Welcome back to our channel, guys.
Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Mo.
And I'm Dacia.
Happy Pride Month!
We're so excited.
Yeah, we got the undefined Pride shirts on just in celebration of Pride.
Inspired by Pride Month to represent who we are and what we are.
Break free, live undefined. That's what we about.
Absolutely.
What's up, baby?
So I guess y'all are wondering what's the whole topic of this video. We're sitting behind this beautiful fire, if you guys can see, or sitting in front of this beautiful fire. And so what we really wanted to do is we wanted to think about the negative things in our life that hold us back, or that has been holding us back, the things that are stopping us from moving to that next level, and really wanted to embrace being authentic in ourselves. So we wrote some things down on our little note cards, and we're gonna burn them today.
Yep, so it's really just serving as a point for us. We know it's Pride, and I also know that it's summertime. We don't want you to think that we're crazy, but we got the fire going for a specific reason. So yeah, we really just want this to serve as a point of being a true pride for us, stepping into a place of being authentic and free, and just releasing those things that we feel thus far in our life has been holding us back. So that's what we're doing today. So yeah, let's get to it, baby. You want to go first?
Yes. So my first one is doubt. This is something that I've kind of struggled with for a little bit of all my life, just as I got into like my teens, doubting myself, doubting my abilities, what I'm truly capable of. You know, sometimes I talk myself out of a lot of things that I really am passionate about, just thinking that I'm not good enough. So doubt is going in the fire.
Oh yeah, it's gone. And I think that's something that I can relate to too. We'll probably piggyback off a lot of things that we're talking about today, just because it's universal things that I feel like we all struggle with. So first up for me is anger. It's something that I feel like has always been present, even during childhood, all that. So I don't really want to talk too much about it. It's always been a part of my life. I just want to let it go. So to the fire it goes.
We might gotta throw a little farther. My next one is being silent. I've always been kind of reserved when it comes to my feelings. If something affected me, if something moved me in a way, I never spoke on it. I always felt like I had to be silent. I never could express how I truly felt. And it wasn't until I became an adult, actually over the last couple years, that I realized that I do have a voice and I do deserve to be heard and express how I feel when I feel it. So no longer am I silent.
And we all do. We all have a voice. It's just about finding that voice, finding your true voice. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Up next for me is fear. That in itself is enough. It's been so much that has held me back just to possessing fear. And I think that a lot of people probably can relate to this one right here. I think fear is the main thing that keeps a lot of people back in life. Just fear of not being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish, not feeling like you can actually do it. So yeah, this is for me and everyone else that can relate. I feel like this is a biggie. So yeah, we doing away with this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Be careful, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do. That's something that we all can relate to. Fear, just fear of the unknown. I think anyone can relate. When something is unknown, when it's a new territory, we tend to be fearful. But, in that fear, you'll find a beautiful blessing. So I think that's something that, we all can work on improving and just letting go.
Yep.
My next one is self-consciousness. This was something that I struggled with from a little girl. I remember struggling with finding myself beautiful, finding things that I really liked about myself. There was a point in time where there was nothing that I can find beautiful about myself. I always picked every little thing about myself that I didn't like. So as I got older, I started finding the things that I do love about me. And today, I'm loving myself more and more. It's not perfect. It's not going to be something that's going to switch overnight. But self-consciousness is gone.
Oh, yeah. Next up for me is worry. Oh, this is a big one. I think with this, I can pretty much see just with family and where it really like stems from, where it can come from. You know, I think a lot of issues that we deal with and that we face are really just passed down to us. You know,
Right.
it's issues that our family struggle with, people around us, friends, co-workers. You know, you just see it. It's so present and just running wild and rampant. So for me and everyone else that's dealing with it, I hope you all can relate. We doing away with this. No more worry, no more fear.
My next one is anger. And then my wife talked about this as well. But this was something that I struggled with. And I think people struggle with anger in different ways. How she related to anger was something totally different. Sometimes it would display in the outward. My anger sometimes I would keep in and I would suppress it and I wouldn't talk about it and I would keep it in for so long, and then I would explode and I would have these meltdowns and these breakdowns because I never talked about these things, and so I have to do away with it. So anger is gone.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. You know, like I said, a lot of these we'll probably piggyback on. I think anger is something that's really big, especially when you combine that with feeling like you don't have a voice. It can get to the point where if you suppress it for so long, eventually it has to come out. So when it does come out, it may not be nice, you know. So even if you feel like you don't have a voice, if you could just find somebody to talk to, whether it's counseling, whatever, just to be able to release that, I think you'll feel all the more better. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So next up for me, and I'm pretty sure everyone else, is hurt.
Yes.
I think with this, it's so easy to just carry on past hurt. You know, stuff that's happened, that's said and done with, that's just in the past. It's so easy to carry it on, especially depending on the type of hurt that was done to you. But it's also important to recognize it and to move on from it, you know. And this point just serves at that for me. You know, everything that I've been through from childhood on, just releasing it.
And I think minds can kind of go hand in hand with that pain. We've all had some form of pain in our lives. We all have been through hurt and heartache and different things that isn't the easiest for us to let go. And so pain for me sometimes is really hard to not only express, but to just let go. When I feel like someone hurts me, it's hard for me to break away from that. It's hard for me to see anything else besides the pain that you once made me feel. And that's not a way to be. That's not, you shouldn't always just focus on the negative, because when you focus on the negative will constantly repeat itself. So pain is going away.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna throw that right on the fire. Good job.
All right, so up next, this is a biggie. Excuses.
Woo!
You know, it's so much I can say on this, but I'm just gonna keep it very short. My baby tell me all the time I'm very long-winded, so I'm gonna just keep it short. But you know, I think excuses and fear can kind of go hand in hand, because fear can keep you back from so much, but if you're always making excuses, that can keep you back from just as much as well. So it comes to everything, down to healthy eating, down to hitting up the gym when you know you should be, instead of sitting on that couch watching Netflix all day. Just getting past those excuses, you know. So
eating that tube of ice cream when you know you should just have a little bit. You try to eat that whole canister.
Yeah, but you know, this is for everyone. This is for me. This is for my wife. This is for my family. This is for you guys. Like, this is for everyone. Like, I'm releasing this for all of us and just believing that it's done. Oh, that fire's starting to work up. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we got like this little. It makes the fire like colorful, but the only color I see is blue. So we had the intention of doing this for Pride, but we got a little bit of color there. It's blue, so yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blue in there.
Oh yeah. What you got, baby?
Next one, the past.
Yeah.
That is something that, honestly, reading helped me be able to understand this. When you focus on the past, you cannot focus on the present. And so when you can't live in the past and be relevant in the present. So this is something, it doesn't matter what happened in your past, you know, of course address those things, understand those things, but move forward. If you're living and you're breathing and you have air in your lungs and your body, this doesn't matter. This
Yeah.
can only be an obstacle that will weigh you down. So no longer will the past affect me or affect y'all. We letting it go.
Yeah. And I actually, I was watching an interview with Gucci Mane, and he said that if you keep looking forward, or if you keep looking backward, you'll trip going forward. And I think that's very important because, you know, we do have a tendency to hold on to stuff. And I like to say now, like, even if it's something that has happened maybe yesterday, if it's an issue that happened yesterday, or if my dog frustrated me yesterday, it's not bringing that energy into the next day. Like, it's very, very important to understand, like, you know, timing and stuff like that, and that things do occur and things happen. But if it's something to where you were able to overcome it, just let it go, you know, just let the past be the past and move forward to a brand new day. So, all right, so next up for me is insecurities. We all have them, whether we want to admit it or not. We all have them. I won't go through the list of mine, but just know that for me, it's something that I feel like is important for anyone to recognize, the insecurities that you do have. If you're able to verbalize them, I feel like you're that much of a stronger person. You know, don't let your insecurities stop you from being who you are, you know, to cause you to go into hiding or be in a box. You know, live your truth, you know, because as you're going on your journey through life or whatever, and just growth, you'll realize that people will start to see that you've actually worked through the insecurities that you verbalize. So never be afraid to speak out on your insecurities. I think the biggest one for me is just really just believing in myself and feeling like I'm worth it, you know. So like I said, a lot of people won't admit that they have insecurities. We all want to look better than what we actually are. But you know, for me, not saying that me putting them in the fire is going to remove them, but it's just me working past them. So we're doing away with that. Whoa, our fire going right here right now.
It's getting more blue.
Yeah.
A little green over there.
And them things really burning away.
Ooh, and trust to believe it's hot.
Yeah, it is hot, you know, and we in Texas, so you can only imagine how we feel right now.
Oh man, thank God for AC. This is my last one right here, which is lack of trust.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
That is huge.
That's a biggie.
I think with anyone, when someone betrays your trust,
Yep.
or when you have an expectation for someone and then they fall short of your expectations, we so quickly lose trust, not only in that person, but we lose trust in other people. We feel like, oh, this person wronged me, so the next person's gonna wrong me. If you constantly live thinking that everybody is untrustworthy, that no one's gonna do right by you, that's a really, really tough road to live by, and it's not a good road. So for me, just having more trust in people, and just having, even if someone does let me down, move past it. It doesn't matter. So trust is being restored.
Oh yeah. I believe in just judging a person based on their intentions, because, you know, we're all human. We all make mistakes, you know. So whether it's like you're in a relationship, whether it's family, whether it's a friend, depending on the situation, you know, there are some things that are like deal breakers, but, you know, you have some situations where the trust may be, you know, it may be broken a little bit, but it may not be all the way broken. It may be repairable. So I think it's always important to always just judge a person based on their intentions and what you truly know a person to be, and not just letting one moment define the entire relationship, whether it's a relationship, family, friend. It's all relationships in some form. So I think that's a real big one. I think it's something that we all struggle with, you know. We all struggle with it. So all right, so the last one for me is the old me, my old self, the person that I used to be. Every day for me, I feel like stretching and reaching and just trying to be a better person more and more every single day. You know, and at times your past can try to creep up, try to remind you of who you used to be, but just knowing that, you know what, this doesn't define me, and just being more aware to recognize that I know you're trying to creep up, I know you're trying to pop back up, but done with it, you know. And this basically finalizes it for me. So
Goodbye.
Gone.
Yay!
All right, guys.
I feel so good.
That's all we had, you know, just some things that we felt like stuck out the most in our lives. We hope you liked it. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope this video inspires you to do the same. You know, you don't have to have this exact setup. You don't have to do it how we did it, but just do something that, you know, symbolizes letting go for you. So
absolutely. And I think the best thing to do in life is when you are on a level or you're on a place in your life where you're trying to reach that next place in your life, but there's so many things that are holding you back. It's important for you to really look at the broad picture and say, you know, what are some things that are affecting me in my life right now that are holding me back? And you know, you have to literally let go. You can't let every heartache, every pain, everything that has kind of made us who we are affect who you're going to be in your future.
Yeah, that's very true, you know, and like we said again, you know, we wanted to do something for Pride, but we wanted to do something a little bit different that actually symbolizes us truly stepping into Pride. For me, you know, my sexuality has always been a struggle, you know, from the beginning, you know, it's always been a struggle. I've never really truly stepped into it. But I feel like in order for me to do that, I had to let those things go. And that's just what this Pride for me, it symbolizes, is truly just letting go and truly stepping into my truth, my authentic self. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the most important part, is just stepping into your truth and being your most authentic self. Break free and live undefined.
Oh yeah, break free and live undefined. That's what we're about, you know, and it's important, you know. So we hope you guys have a great Pride month. Be safe, whatever you choose to do, just be safe. Yeah, and that's all we have. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you know, touch base with us, connect with us. We're here, you know, we want to talk to you guys and we want to network and connect. So yeah, just reach out to us.
Absolutely. And if, just right before we go, if there's something that you struggle with and maybe you don't want to burn them, but maybe leave a comment and let us know what you want to let go, what you want to break free from, and we'll definitely read them and we'll respond to you guys. But we definitely appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching us and supporting us thus far. This is definitely just the beginning.
Yeah, just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Peace.
Peace.